Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, April 5th, 2016. This is Talk to Me Tuesday, number 221, and a very chilly Tuesday, April morning it is. We actually revisited winter this past weekend. We have snow and ice on the ground, we have cold temperatures, and we actually have gusts of wind this weekend that were so cold you just wanted to curl up under a blanket and not move. So anyway, as my daughter said, spring has sprung, winter's begun, so we'll see what happens. We're supposed to hit about 35 today. It was -1 when my daughter walked out the door to go to work this morning, so yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. We didn't have much of a winter. I guess we can't complain, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's move on to the crafty stuff. I want to keep this video as short and sweet as possible. Update on a pair of socks that I had shared some time ago. I actually got one done. I had mentioned that I had to frog the second one because of a mistake. I'm frogging the first one. I'm going with that yarn for something else. And for the pattern that was being done with that yarn, I really like the pattern, but I want something that's lighter, that's solid. You can actually see the pattern. So, frogging that idea and going with something else. You'll see it eventually over time, I guess. Couple other things. I did not bring the book out for the socks. I actually did not get to that shelf. We spent some time this Saturday just hanging out playing games. My son bought a couple games that have been my daughter's run across. It's a YouTube thing called Tabletop where they actually show tabletop games, and he purchased a couple of those games because they looked really interesting. So we spent some time this weekend playing some games, and it was rather fun. So didn't do a whole lot of crafting, but it is what it is. So I'm going to show you real quick what I can show you. Some of the stuff I'm working on, as I said last week, is for gifts for people, so I cannot share that because I know they do watch my videos. I've got it started, I've just got to figure out how I'm going to finish them. So anyway, here's what I can show you. First off, start working on this at work. It's apples, a bushel for 50 cents. It's a beautiful counted cross stitch piece. I've gotten the tree trunk done. I would have gotten further, but my needle kept unthreading, and I'm wondering why, and come to find out, there was a break in the eye of the needle, and if you held it just right, you didn't have a problem. If it moved just right, the thread would come out. So yeah, it didn't get as far as I would have liked to on that. Plus the lighting at work kind of, you know, can be iffy here and there. So, but you'll see progress on that over time. The next thing I have to share with you is a little something I started working on. I'm not sure what it's going to be when it's done. Couple ideas floating around in my head, but I guess it won't be until it's complete that I'll actually make up that decision. I've got time. But this is it. This is just the beginning. It's not going to be all these little blocks, but these are little 11 by 11 inch blocks, and if you see, I can put my finger up and basically cover an entire block. This is how small they are. But they are 11 by 11 stitch little blocks, and these are quilt blocks. This came from a friendship quilt. This is, of course, the log cabin. This is a 9 patch, and this little house block here was actually inspired by one of the paper piecing blocks that Miss Ofen Jen has on her sew hook shop. I just changed it up a little bit to accommodate the small size. I'm not sure what this block is going to be yet. I haven't decided. But I'm not going to cover, I don't think, don't quote me on this, I don't think I'm going to cover the whole thing in these little blocks. But you never know. I was thinking of putting bigger pieces mixed in here. I'm not sure. But, excuse me. But that is the start of what I'm doing, and I'm having a lot of fun. I actually like this. I'm going to show you the back, which I usually don't do because it's usually kind of sloppy, but this isn't really. I like this block right here. If you look at the back of it, it looks like a little rag quilt. It's really cool. So, but that is it so far. Any suggestions, people are welcome to give, but just remember, these are little blocks, and very little space. It's also kind of cross stitch, so don't get crazy with curves and stuff. I don't think I'd be able to do too much of that. Anyway, I'm gonna probably call it quits. Woo! Knocking the camera around. Good deal. Hi, how you doing? You know, I'll just send you to another room. Sorry, it is what it is, but trying to get stuff out of the way here. Tired. But anyway, I'm gonna call it quits at that. I don't want this video to get any longer. I don't want it to get any ramblier than it is. So we're gonna put an end to it here. So I do look forward to watching everyone's videos. I do hope you all have a wonderfully crafty week and a wonderfully crafty weekend. As for me, I'm out. As for you, it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, whatever it is. I really do hope it's a great one, and I will see you all next week. Bye.